Can we first please have Mr. Prashant Kumar Jha and to share a few words with us?
Very good afternoon to all the participants present here. And there was some time, like 20 years back, 25 years back, Indian software industry were working for entire America, Europe, and other countries. The last 15, 20 years, I see that large corporates and small software organizations were actually working for Indian small and big entities. That, in my opinion, that has brought in a lot of change. Plus, the attitude of the government, the way government has facilitated. If we are sitting outside the government, sometimes we have a feel that government doesn't care, or sometimes government doesn't understand. Looking from both the sides, outside the government, inside the government, I can vouch for it. That for the private sector, for the entrepreneurs, for the businesses, believe me, government is as serious and as caring concerned as you are, or as anybody are. So we are living in a phase, era, where entrepreneurs are coming up and government is, of course there are gaps. Sometimes government is not able to meet the criteria, provide the infrastructure and other things that very right moment. But almost more than 95% of the cases, government is much aware and government is working there and out with different government departments and organizations to facilitate. That I can vouch for, being in government and also as a citizen when I look at from outside. Being student of economics, a couple of things I would like to point out for the entrepreneurship. Personally, I have been in touch with some of the entrepreneurship and their innovations have been amazing, technology-wise and application-wise. Why I am pointing it out? That one of my friends, I will not go into details, friend come colleague, developed brilliant technology in terms of transmitter, AR system. I was talking with one of the organizers just now. Google and Microsoft Oculus, there we have said costs approximately 1.25 lakhs or 1.5 lakhs. Different set, there are three major players globally. And there is one startup where it costs approximately 5,000 rupees. An amazing product. One. The same set of entrepreneurship, they developed transistor which is capable of sending signals on mobile sets, handsets which don't even have, which are non-smartphones, dumb phones, and where there is no mobile signal also. So the system is capable of sending that. So imagine its applicability in terms of disaster control, disaster management, making people aware about the government programs. So such kind of innovation. So at one side it looks very nice. I mean, you feel very nice that one of my friends has done. Main point which I want to drive, see what all startups have been successful and what have not been successful. Of course, this technology is going to be there, very successful. But it will take its own time. And startup founder has to wait for the funding, for the implementation by the government or by the private sector. And on the other side, simple startups, what they have done, they somehow got this idea. They identify some areas, some products, some sectors where market demand already exists. So, and they just provided the supply side thing, the solution. For example, simple startup which sometimes we do not respect so much. Say for example, Zameen or Swiggy. Personally, I don't respect it that much. What is the deal about it? But then they have been astoundingly successful, just because they were able to identify the gap of demand and supply, and they immediately provided the solution. One of my friends went to Queen's, which was providing hotels for the business travelers. Only 3 hours, 4 hours, they have to freshen up and go for the meeting, come back, freshen up, take the flight and go away. I told them that in your model there is no entry barrier. There is no entry barrier. The moment you launch this product, Make My Trip or Use My Trip will hire 2 engineers and they will ask the software guy to write the code and they can launch it tomorrow. So a couple of basic things. When there is demand, your product will be immediate success. Your product may be extremely good, but it will have to wait for its own time to come. So as a student of economics, I see on the demand first, focus on the gaps first. Some of my other friends who have innovated some other amazing products, but there is no demand as such. For example, last week I was talking, this guy is based in Bangalore. He has invented a robot which can plant millions of trees in one day. But where will we find the market? In India. Where can we find 1,000 acres of land where this robot can plant 1,000 trees? He might have to go to Canada or Australia or New Zealand. So, as a student of economics, I just want to point it out. Second, Sir have already pointed out some of the success stories, like uniqueness of the product, love with the product. Being in the service, kind of, I'm not from the accounting industry, but I check accounts, so I have a fair idea of accounts. So that gave me opportunities to come across some of the big companies, listed companies. Same thing. One company in India, based in Central India, they manufacture the coins for more than 180 people. And I was talking to them. They were sitting in this Ministry of Finance some 15 20 years back, sitting, not getting any idea, not getting meeting. He told me that other countries were producing it. And their private business person will come in with their ambassador. So they will have the first blessing from the government side. The things have changed 180 degrees from there. So those were the days when you had to run from pillar to post. I'm not saying it has become zero, but it has gone through a sea change, both in the private sector and in the public sector. So there is very less time, so I would like to stop here. So similarly, these kind of companies are quite successful. 1 Indian company making light coins for more than 100 companies presently for last 15 years. Another entrepreneur I was interacting with, he has only one product, the rings inside the tire. One time I asked him, I got impressed because his accounts were audited by PwC and EY, and he was spending a lot on auditing and making the cost saving measures. So I was impressed, and month while I checked the accounts, and I found that whenever he is recommending something, next month he is actually implementing. And 2 next months that, I checked whether whatever I had recommended, whether this company has implemented or not. So there were details of that also. So I wanted to congratulate that company, called them over a cup of tea in my office, and I was surprised, happily surprised, asked that amazing thing, but why are you focusing on only one product? Suppose market goes up and down, some pattern changes, weather pattern changes, government policy changes, you may lose European market. So it's nothing doing. Entire India, whatever tire company, I am the only company who is providing this. And who can come? There is a barrier. If somebody comes, by that time I am already innovating, cutting down my costs and all. So these are some basic few points from the side of economics, accounting, revenue, international tax supervisor. I have seen how different countries operate and how they provide support. So these are only few points in this limited short period of time I have to share. Thank you very much.
Can we please have Miss Monica to present Mr. Prashant Kumar Jha with a shawl?